Hello, welcome to jQuery tutorial, chapter 19, jQuery form content manipulation, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn how can we edit form content using jQuery manipulation methods. Forms, they are the fundamental components in any HTML web application. So what we are going to do in this session is we are going to learn how can we modify the fields within the form with the help of jQuery manipulation methods. So without wasting much time, let me jump into Visual Studio, and here I already have a form built. It consists of input type text area, select element, as well as input type checkbox and radio buttons. So now let me push this page to the browser and let me show you how it renders there. It's a typical form which consists of all the input controls like type text, radio button, checkbox, and the select element, as well as the text area. Now what we are going to do is we are going to learn how can we play with this, or how can we modify the content on this form. Suppose if I want to change the value of this name from Bravo to Sam, how can I do it? Then I'll make use of jQuery manipulation method to do that work. So first let us start with that itself. Now my objective is I need to change the value of this name field from Bravo to Sam. So what I'll do is with the help of jQuery, first I'll identify that control with the help of, it's having ID. Let me identify this control with the ID. Then I'll make use of this beautiful method, that is val. What it does is it gets the current value of the first element in the set of matched elements, or it set the value of every matched element. In a sense, using this value method we can get the value of that particular element, and also we can set the value to the particular element. So let me show you both of them. And so I'm going to identify this control with the ID name. So let me start writing jQuery. So first let me verify whether my DOM or document is completely loaded or not with the help of ready function. So here the control is dollar. Here I'm going to identify the element. So how can I identify the element? I can identify element with the ID called name, yes. And once I identify, I need to fetch the value from that element. So I need to make use of this val method. This is the manipulation method. So it's going to identify this element with this ID, and it's going to get the value from this element with the help of this val method. Now let me store the result in some variable called result itself. So let me alert that result such that it's going to print the value in the alert window. So let me do Control S. Now as of now I know the value present in this input type text and the ID name, the value is Bravo. Now I should get that in the alert window. So let me go back and let me refresh. Yes, I'm getting that value. Suppose now I need to change the value of this name from Bravo to Sam. So how this val method is going to help us? Yes, it's going to help us. What I need to do is I need to do a very simple thing. To this val I need to pass the value what I'm going to change. I need to say change the value from Bravo to Sam, so I'm passing to that value. So when I do Control S, let me go back. Right now the value of this input type text is Bravo. As soon as I refresh, okay, the value is going to change to Sam. This is how value method is going to help us. Like if you want to get the value from the particular element, just go and call the raw value, okay, instead of passing any parameters. And if you want to set the value, then just pass a string to that value method. It's going to set that value to the particular element where it's being called. Okay, this is the advantage of using val method. And let me move to the second control. I'm having a text area. Okay, I don't want to do anything with this text area element. Okay, next I have a select element. So what I need to do is now okay, the first option is please select and HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So my objective is I need to get the value of the first option. So the value is none. How can I do it? First I need to identify the select element with this ID. So let me copy this ID. The ID is skills, and I need to get the value, right? Just I need to pass a typical raw value. So let me store it in some variable called result, and now let me pass it to the alert function. Okay, now let me go back and let me refresh. Yes, I'm getting that value none. Okay. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to select an element, select an option called CSS. Okay, I need to select an option called CSS. So what I'm doing right now is, okay, I'm manually clicking on this and I'm selecting, but I want to do with this jQuery. I should write a jQuery in such a way that it should select the element by itself, like jQuery has to do that work. How can I do that? It's very simple. What I'll do is, let me remove this, and now ID. Now what I'm going to tell is, go to this element, okay, select element, then select the value. Okay, if I don't pass anything, okay, right now it's going to select, please select only the first value, first text. But I need to but I need to select the CSS. So what I need to do is, it's very simple. I need to just pass the value what I need to select to this value method. Control S. Now let me go back. Right now it is please select the default one. Okay, now as soon as I refresh, you can observe the value. Okay, the value selected is still please select. Why? Because, let me go back here and let me check out. Okay, oh, I'm missing the, yes, now it's fine. Now let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, now you can observe the CSS is still not selected. Okay, why? Let me go here and let me check out. Okay, the CSS is in the uppercase. Yes, the value is in the uppercase. So Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. Now it should be selected. Yes, obviously it is selecting. Now in my list I need to select HTML. So what I need to do, right now it is CSS. Now I need to select HTML. What I need to do, just I need to change the content from CSS to HTML. Now let me go back and let me refresh. Now the value selected will be HTML. This is how, okay, you can make use of the value method to select the particular element with the help of jQuery value method. Okay, and this is what about it is. Now let me go here. Now let me check out, like yes, let me go back to my presentation. Sorry, let me go back to my web page. Yep, yeah. Now what I need to do is, I need to identify an element by the value. Okay, and then I need to check whether it is selected or not. So what I need to do is, let me go here in my jQuery. Instead of doing like this, I'll tell like dollar hash skills. Okay, then dot okay, before that what I'll do is skills, I'm telling like option. Okay, and to the option you are passing the value, okay, value to be of none, and then we are attaching a method, that is prop method. So to this I have to tell like selected. So now when I do Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. Here you can observe, okay, we are selecting the value, we are selecting an option by the value called none. Okay, this is the option. Okay, so to the prop method we are telling like selected, so it's going to select the default one. Suppose if I need to select the CSS, okay, in this manner, how do I do it? Here I'll tell the value as CSS. Okay, then I need to tell selected true. I need to set the value to true. So now I do Control S. Now let me go back and let me refresh. You can observe right now the CSS is selected, but if I don't pass this true, what's gonna happen? It's not going to select, because the default option every time it will be please select only. So but if I need to select the other element, I have to specify it like it is selected. Okay, so I have to specify it as true, the option. Okay, now let us go back and let me refresh. Now the CSS is selected. Okay, now we worked with the select element and we learned like how to select an element with the help of jQuery val method, and also we learned like what is the prop method. The prop method, what it does is it gets the value of a property for the first element in the set of matched element, or it's going to set one or more properties for each matched element. Okay, now let me go back to my Visual Studio, and here what is the next element we have? Okay, we have something here called input type checkbox. Okay, here by default it is checked. Okay, so let me go to my web page and let me refresh. You can observe by default it is checked. So now what I need to do is, with the help of jQuery, I'll remove this. I'll specify dollar. How I'm going to identify that ID? I'm going to identify that ID. Okay, by the ID called check. Okay, this control by the ID called check. So here I'm going to specify it as ID check, then dot, I'm going to call that prop. Okay, to the prop method what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass that checked. Okay, now when I go back and when I refresh, okay, it's been checked. So now what I'll do is let me go here, and right now to understand that very clearly, what I'll do is I'll just remove this as of now, and I'll comment this. Now as of now it's not checked, so I need to make it checked by with the help of jQuery manipulation method. So what I'll do, I'll write this type of code. I'm telling like identify an element with this ID, then take the prop method, then pass a parameter called checked. So what this prop method is going to do is it's going to check that particular element. So let me go back and let me refresh. Now you can observe, okay, it's not checked, so we need to pass another parameter like to true. Okay, to control this, let me go back and let me refresh. Now it's been checked. Okay, this is how you can play with these manipulation methods. Okay, without writing the typical HTML, with the help of jQuery manipulation methods, you can check and uncheck the checkboxes. Okay, and now let me go back to my and we have something left here, the last one, that is radio button. So right now only the 30 to 50 has been selected. Okay, it's by default the 30 to 50 is selected. Now if I want to select the other two, what I need to do is I need to identify an element, input element control with the ID age 0. So that is ID is age 0. Then what I'm doing is I'm calling that prop. I'm just specifying it as checked. Control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, right now it's not checked. Why? Because let me check it once again. So let me go and check whether the ID is correct. Yes, the ID is correct, and identify element with this. Then okay, if I need to specify true, yes, let me go back and let me check. Yes, right now this is checked. Okay, and suppose if I need to check this element, okay, so how do I do that? I need to just change the ID. I know the ID is 2. Now the last radio button will be checked. You can observe very clearly. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to get the value of only the radio button which is checked. What is the value present there? Okay, the value is 50. So I need to get only the value of the checked element. Right now the checked is this last one. So how can I get it? So in the last 2 or 3 sessions back we learned like the checked selector. So how it's going to work? It's very simple. What I need to do is age 2. Sorry, we should write it in separate manner, like okay, it's something like input. Okay, then I'm telling like name equals, okay, what is the name given to this particular thing? Name is age. Fine, I'm going to check that age. The name is age. Then I need to make use of one selector, that is checked selector. So what's it's going to do is it's going to return First it's going to select all the input controls which is having the name age. So it's going to select all these three. Okay, and after that I'm specifying the condition, like take only the element which is having the name age, but it should be checked. As of now only the last one is checked, so it's going to return that value. So after doing that I need to just call the method called val. So let me store this entire thing in a variable called result, and let me alert that result. Control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, here we are getting the value as 30 to 50. Okay, that is the value. Okay, that is the value what I've specified. Okay, right now it is checked. Okay, oh sorry for that, let me remove this. It's returning this one. So let me go back and let me refresh. Here you can specify like undefined. Okay, that's, sorry, I need to specify it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is um, I'm telling like select the input element which is having the name age. So it's going to select all the three. Okay, to the middle one I've specified the checked. Okay, and the value is checked. So what it's going to do is it's going to select only the input type radio element which is having checked. Okay, so it's going to return that value. So first of all, what we got the value was perfect. This is the value we expected, and this is how you can select the radio button type radio with help of this checked selector. Okay, and this is what, like, we played with val method and prop method, and also we learned how can we manipulate the form element very easily with the help of these two methods, val and prop. Okay, and that's for the day. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our websites. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.